Hello guys, welcome back to AWM FX. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, no matter where you are. Hopefully you guys out there are doing great, earning a lot of money from the market and of course taking great care of your health. Alright, so today I'm going to share a little bit of a top-down analysis on this setup. Alright, this is a USD JPY. So it was caught by one of my students. Alright, so what happened was that there is a downtrend. You need to check on higher time frame. So this is actually the process. You need to check the higher time frame. So high time frame is an obvious downtrend. All right, it's an obvious downtrend breaking a lot of structure of the low area. All right, lower low, lower low, and then lower low. So when we focus on this candlestick right here, all right, the candlestick actually break the previous low. Okay, at a certain point it has came back into the area as a pullback. Okay, because now there is no sign of what we call as a reversal yet. Okay, so what we're going to do is that we're going to do a trend continuous trade, which is actually a sell. Okay, so at this moment there is nothing, there's no we call it as a setups, clear setups like QML or maybe other setup, whatever you have watch or learn from this channel. Okay, so the next thing is that we will always go to a smaller time frame. All right, so when we go to small time frame H4, all right, some of you, if you just notice on the QML, all right, you might be thinking about the QML right there. All right, you might be thinking about QML right there. Yes, you are correct. All right, you are correct. There is a QML right there in even small time right H1. Yeah, you can see it very clearly. It's a QML right there. But however, before you go into this area, we see another type of setup. So the setup is actually based on the SSR. All right, you can see there is a resistance over here and also support right there. Okay, so at the break of this support and resistance, we call it the significant support and resistance SSR, there was a doji king. All right, it is around the area, right? We can say that around the area, right? So let me delete the line first. And you need to understand something. When we see a doji king, all right, it's not a normal doji king. It is a bearish engulfing doji king, because doji king can exist anywhere. From here you can see that there's a doji king and there's a doji king. All right, there's doji king anywhere, but just that this doji king is a little bit special because it's aligned. All right, it's aligned with a SSR, and of course it's a special bearish engulfing doji king. So when we have this kind of pattern, what we can do is that we just label the whole thing at this point. All right, we just label the whole thing. Why? Is because we are at H4, and meaning, what's the meaning? Meanings that the zone is actually quite big. Okay, it's around 60 pips or 53 pips. All right, which is actually huge. Okay, you cannot get your risk reward from there. Okay, so the next step that you can actually do or look forward to is that you need to go to smaller time frame and look for fresh zone or something. I would say that is a special setups. All right, so we go to H1 for it. Okay, so when you reach H1, all right, you cannot do anything much, all right, because there was a movement, all right, this movement downwards, right, and then go back up and then drop. So what do I get from here is that there's actually, all right, there is actually something we call it as a SSR, but this MPL, sorry, but this MPL is only at the bottom, rejected at the bottom, not rejecting at the top and the bottom both ways. So it's a bit risky right there, right? It's actually quite risky. So the next thing you can do is that you might go to a little bit lower time frame and look out for, yes, right there. You can see a fresh zone. All right, you can see very clearly the price came down, retest, all right, went down and then spike up before it came down. So from this angle, all right, should I say from these pictures, what you can expect is that there is only one fresh zone left, all right, fresh supply or demand zone. In this case, it's a supply zone. There's only one fresh zone. Is this no? Is this no? No, 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 no. This is the one. All right, so the only fresh zone. So usually because of the small wick, I will usually take the wick together, all right, to reduce the chances of not getting into the trade. Right, so now let's look back at our risk. So previously it was 53, 57, 53 pips, all right. Now the risk has reduced to almost 22 pips, almost half of what we are going to trade. So will the price reach this area, I don't know, maybe I'm gonna embarrass myself, all right, but this is how things going to be. Okay, now always there is a usual ask question is that should I go even lower time frame? No, you shouldn't go into a lower time frame. Why? Because this has been a very solid zone, right? This is already solid zone. Even at H1, you look at it, we just compare. H1 is already a solid zone by itself. Okay, so what we are trying to do just now was just to confirm the rejection area. All right, you can see more clearer the rejection area. All right, there's a rejection all along, so we know that there is a MPL, and of course there is a decision point. So at this time, let's see whether do I get the entry or not, or maybe I'm going to embarrass myself just a little bit. Okay, go back to H4. Okay, nicely done. You can see very well that the price came into the area, just tap onto that area, and then we'll have a big rejection. How big is the rejection? It was around 100 over pips. Yes, 100 over pips, 130 pips. All right, just a small movement. All right, in small movement is already 130 pips. So if you look back at the ratio, all right, our zone and now the current movement, how many pips do you think that is already the risk reward ratio, do you think that is already there? I believe so. It's already more than 1 to 5 or 1 to 6 risk reward ratio. All right, so hopefully you guys understand about the concept. Okay, there is of course a chance the price might goes back up into the area. So if all right, you can get another setup at the bottom of a buy. Okay, you will take your stop, your profit there. All right, it's gonna get your take profit at that area. Okay, so hopefully you guys learn a few tips about trading supply and demand and SSR in this video. And of course, if you like the video that I did for you, please do give me a like and do subscribe to the channel so that I know a lot of you like the videos that I did for you, and I'm gonna do more. All right, thank you very much and see you guys then. Bye.